Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Shine Sis. This is our first episode. Woo! We are so excited.
Let's go.
I'm Mary.
And I'm Candus. Thank you for joining us today.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome. So, Mary, who are you? What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? What's going on?
Girl, who am I? That's what we're trying to figure out right now. That's the purpose of this podcast.
Exactly, because every day is a new event. We got to figure out what our purpose is, what our walk in life is supposed to be, and that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yes.
And that's what guys, we want y'all to come along on this journey with us to try to figure it out. And just through our own experiences, we're going to show y'all, what we're going.
This going to be as raw and unfiltered. Like, we just going to be. We're going to be us. Like, there's no script. There's no nothing. So we hope you guys just enjoy this journey with us. Come along and get to know us. And we hope that we can inspire you in one way or another to help find your purpose in life.
Exactly.
So let's get to it.
So, Mary, how did we even get here? It was what? We met in what year was this?
Ooh, what? 2003?
2003. Newport News, Virginia.
Hey, bad news. Whoop, whoop.
Honestly, I do not remember our first conversation. And I know a lot of people will say when they meet, one of their, especially like their best friend and stuff like that, it's always a conversation of, I didn't like you at first. I couldn't stand you. But I don't think like we necessarily had that vibe. I don't think we had that.
We did not. We didn't. I think it was more so me hounding you to play basketball once because I think it was like we went to Warwick High School and it was IB orientation.
Right.
Before entering ninth grade.
Right.
And we got to talking to each other because we probably was the only black two people we saw. Keep it real.
Being honest. Yep.
And then we were just asking, about each other's interests and found out that you play basketball. I'm trying to get you to join this team. You acting shy. Like, no, okay.
And that is one thing that I regret. I wish I would have went ahead and played that first year because it was very fun playing. And by the time I played 1 year with y'all, and then I ended up moving because of the Navy,
breaking our hearts.
That hurt. I do though, however. So this is a little specialty for people who are watching this on our YouTube page. Now, if you're listening to this on our podcast, that's still cool, but you won't have the benefits of seeing what I'm about to show y'all right now. So
oh my God, Candus. Okay, just for the record, we did not go over this, so I don't know, y'all. I'm just as surprised as y'all.
Real response. I needed your first response to this. So here goes one. First of all, it's a couple people in here. I ain't gonna call no names out because they're going to see this and they're going to listen to this, and so I'm not gonna call no names. But I need y'all. This is Mary, y'all. This is Mary.
Go back.
But Mary, look, we was too cool for school, Mary. We was too cool for school. I was like,
oh my God, you couldn't tell us nothing.
No, you could not. Girl, I got some.
Oh, you pulling out all the gems.
Yes.
Candus, look at us. How about the glow up? Thank you. Hallelujah.
Straight throwbacks. You remember that? From the graduation.
Oh my gosh. How do you have all of those?
Then I found this one too. When we went on our trip on a roller coaster ride. Yeah. So I'm like, just for the record, I'm not gonna call out any names. But if y'all if y'all see this, y'all know who y'all are, and yes, I just put y'all on blast. But I ain't gonna put y'all names out there. But yes. Me.
Oh, you was holding out. You was holding out.
I needed you to see those. So we go back, and we just I guess from there, just between basketball and our being, just realizing how, I guess, close we were. It just kind of grew from there. And honestly, it's crazy because once I moved, right before 11th grade to a whole nother state, most times a lot of those friendships were in. But we still maintain a friendship through that. And then we end up getting married, both to military men who keep us,
the coincidence and that.
They keep us apart because we getting sent everywhere. So like like even right now, y'all, just for our listeners, I'm based in Florida and she is based in Hawaii. So we are sacrificing to try to bring y'all this podcast because this is something that's near and dear to our heart that we just felt like we needed to do. So I do want y'all to say how important this is that, you know, it's like 1:00 right now in the morning.
1:00 your time, and it's 7:18 here. So that time zone, yeah, it's a big factor. And I commend you and I appreciate you, girl, because I'm still good. You know, my night it's just starting. You mean you should be asleep?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. But like I said, we are excited about this, y'all. We're really excited. We've been working hard trying to get this together. You know, we really want to just try to, I guess, use our experience to help people. So I just hope this blesses somebody. Like I said, even if it's just one person out there who's listening, who feels motivated to just follow their dreams and try to make some things happen despite their circumstances or hurdles or different things that may occur. Because sometimes I think as a military spouse, it's easy to get boggled down and you know, and it kind of feel a little restricted, you know, through whether it be just because of the mood.
Yeah, like you're living life in your husband's shadows, and that's what this podcast is about. Like, no, sis, you do not got to live in his shadow. Like you are your own being. You have a purpose. Girl, follow those dreams. Exactly. Because and also you just have to get to a point of really pushing yourself to say, hey, no excuses. I can't have any excuses. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy all the time because it is hard. Realistically, sometimes you get moved away from family, and you know that can create its own hurdles and stuff like that. Moving possibly can create issues with keeping jobs and building a career. So you have to be creative with it. You got to get unique. So that's what we're trying to do. We're going to try to bring people on to try to help you just build up, whether it's your career, finances, whatever, just you as a person, whether it's just basic self-care, just giving you that motivation and confidence to do whatever it is you want to do. So I mean, I think that's really what this is all about. So is there? Yeah, no, I mean, you hit it right on the nail. Like, excuse me, literally, like, because a lot of times, like me personally, just, you know, the moves, transitioning, it's like, as military spouse, I feel like we sacrifice so much because, you know, our husband is the service member, and, you know, we got to uproot our lives so many times, like that. Once you finally find a passion or you finally get settled into a job that you like, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go, and you gotta start all over again. And then some people, you know, don't realize that it's stressful. Then you add on, like, when you have kids, child care, you know, trusting someone to watch your kid, working hours that, you know, if your kids are in school, so that way you can be home in time. A lot plays into that. There are a lot of factors. So
yeah, and you know, and that's actually a good point, because for the record, both of our husbands don't have regular schedules, so it's very hard to it's very hard to create to try to find a job that, like, for the type of interest I have, a lot of the positions that I'm looking for are outside of the regular 9 to 5. So, you know, that creates problems at times, because now I have to find that child care that's going to supplement that, you know, that time or whatever for me, because I know I can't depend on his schedule. You know, it's basically me and whatever program or whatever they're going to be a part of to be watched. So that's an issue in itself. So yeah, there's a lot there.
Yes.
And also, like I said, so with this, honestly, guys, if y'all have any questions, also y'all can email us at shinesis@gmail.com. If there's if there's stories that you want to share or that you want to discuss or talk about, any advice or anything you want to give, we are open to it. Our goal is to be completely naked with you, and I mean figuratively, not literally.
Naked.
Nobody's taking clothes off here.
Nobody's taking clothes
birthday suit.
We will be exposing ourselves. Like I said, it's been, you know, like I said, it's definitely been a journey. Just like, a matter of fact, how long is Taquan is Mary's husband, y'all? Just to let y'all know. How long? Wait, should I name drop? Is that okay? Because I ain't trying to mess nobody up.
I mean, you already did now, so
I probably did. I'm sorry.
Don't y'all be going to look him up. I know that. Y'all better not.
I know that's right, boo. I know that's right. So I guess I should have said that. Well, we need to give him a nickname. I can always bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. So
nah, it's cool, girl. It's cool.
Okay. So how long has he been in now?
He's been in let's see, coming up on 12 years in June.
Ooh, 12 years. So yeah, it's been some time because the Earth, yeah, Earth just hit his 10 years in October. So yeah, like they've done have their career probably, at this point or whatever. So it's definitely been some experiences, and like I said, for the most part, there's a lot of blessings that come along with it too. So we're not here to try to, knock the process of being a military spouse, but we just want to shed some optimism on situations, so you can just keep pushing forward.
Yep, absolutely. Trying to shed some light, shine, sis. You got this.
Show do. You got this. You can be great.
Okay.
You can be great.
Yes, you can. You really can. Man. But I am excited. I'm excited for this journey, and I hope y'all stick around to go on this journey with us. Like, there's nothing that's going to be left untold.
Exactly. And see, now, Mary, do you have any, outside of your husband, do you have any military family members? Like, were you, I can't think of anybody. You weren't like born in a situation like that.
No, military life is so brand new to me. Like, I didn't know what to expect. Taquan, on the other hand, his dad served. Me, I'm just like, okay, I guess this is what goes on. I had to learn as I go, because, it was times with our first duty station, I wasn't as fortunate as other places where I had those, seasoned wives to come to me and tell me, how to do things. So you literally learn as you go. And me being me, I like to stick to myself sometimes. So
you say that, but one thing I have to give you, you are way more involved than I ever am. Like, I'm not lying. Like, I mean, and I need to do better when it comes to that, especially like networking with some of the other spouses, and the families and stuff like that. But even I think what it also comes down to is my husband is is sort of private too. So by him kind of being such a private person, it reflects down, because obviously if he was more like open about going to events and stuff like that, then maybe we would have interacted more with them. But like a lot of places I go, I there may be a few people here and there that are spouses that I met, but they usually are spouses from the daycare on base. Honestly, as crazy as it is, because a lot of the women who work in there are actually pretty cool. I mean, not to say actually, but they are they are pretty cool. And like if I'm working on base or doing anything like that, like that's usually where I meet the women that I would engage with or hang out with. But it's usually never like his coworkers or coworkers' wives or anything like that. It's never that group. But I feel like, because weren't you part of like a group, like at the first base you guys were at?
So it's crazy. We're here in Hawaii now, but we actually was here in Hawaii previously. So Hawaii actually was our first official duty station after his schooling in Charleston. And so they have like a FRG, because he's on a submarine, fast attack submarine. And they have like a FRG where, you pretty much go and that's supposed to help you, meet other wives and, get any information that you need, and it has resources and stuff available to you. So, the first year it was meh, to say the least. I know I'm probably gonna have some listeners. But once I like got out of my way and like, okay, let me volunteer, let me step up, so that way I'm not just lonely dealing with the kids by myself. I need to find a person. I need to have somebody to talk to. And what I recommend that, like, no matter where you go, have your own little clique, like one or two people, not even necessarily a clique, but just a person that you can talk to, where y'all can share your experience. Y'all going through the same thing. It definitely helps a lot. Y'all can swap babysitting, whether you need to go run an errand or something. Like, I recommend that. You need a person. Everybody needs a person, at least one.
Yeah. And that's actually a good point. 'Cause like so me and my husband, we were in Florida, and then let me see, I'm trying to remember. we found out. Yeah, I think after we found out, I'm trying to remember what month it was. We found out we were going to be moving out to Colorado, but when we actually moved, I was pregnant. And so I was going out there to Colorado, had been on the East Coast my whole life, basically. And not basically, I had been on the East Coast my whole life. And so we're going out to Colorado, no family. And I was having my first child. And thank God my mom was in a position to come out there and stay and help for some time. And his mom came out there for some time as well. But, once they left, first of all, I didn't trust anybody, watching my child. So I want to say the only time we actually went out alone together was when we had somebody visiting us. Like if my mom came in town or his mom was in town. Now, mind you, they lived on the East Coast, okay? So it wasn't like they were there every other weekend or something. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have that type of group of, people that I was like, oh, well, maybe we can work this out. Also, to be real, that was my first child. I was a little like, no, I'm good. I don't need nobody.
Understandable. Like, I don't know you. Nah, I'm good.
Exactly. And to be fair, like I said, there are some really nice people I met out there. But at that time, I was just like, no, I think, we'll figure it out. But like the whole time we were over there. So to go over there and try to at least build that up, even if you're not, comfortable with other people watching your kids and stuff like that, but just having that support system, like you said, if you can't have it through your own friends and family, then trying to find ways to build that up, I think really is important for just different reasons, even if it's just to go out and just decompress in ways, get your alone time away from the family. But if you just need, some time spend with the girls or something, like you said, you need people, so it's always good to try to build a type of networking group, for different causes and stuff. And then not only that, you never know what it could lead to in terms of opportunities, career wise, or, or if you're a religious person and you find out about a church somebody's attending or something like you just never know what those relationships can lead to. So I think that's also useful.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. Like, it has been definitely like once I stepped out of my way and just like stopped being okay, come on, Mary, like you gonna either make some friends or you're gonna be miserable here on this island, like taking care of these kids while your husband is gone.
Right.
So yeah, once I stepped out, I started like volunteering. I first started off like on the homecoming committee, and then I ended up becoming the FRG president, and I did that for 2 consecutive years. So, and then on top of that, they had like a wives like kickball team I was on. So I made sure that I had some friends, and I was not just living in my husband's shoes.
Right. And that's cool. See, now that's, like I said, I need to get back into doing something, because before we had kids, when he was stationed on his first base, I actually did play on like the flag football teams and the basketball teams. Like I was out there. But since then, I'd be like, oh, would it be nice to do something like that? And I'm like, yeah, okay. and now I'm like, it really would. Honestly, I really miss it. Like I and just beyond the game itself, but the camaraderie around, within just the women and stuff like that. And some of them were the actual active duty military members, and there were some spouses as well, but most of them were
spices. What you cooking, girl? I said, what you cooking? Spices,
right? But yeah, so okay, so that's, like I said, I think that is important. Just going back to creating those groups. And for the record, this podcast can also get a little interesting, because so my husband is in the Air Force, her husband is in the Navy, and
who y'all?
we will be able to kind of compare some experiences as well for just the different branches between those two. Maybe we can. Oh, matter of fact, your sister is an Army wife.
That's right. That's right.
We may have to get her on here to talk a little junk. We We may have to get her on here. But just to discuss the different experiences and also the similarities. But it's so that's like I said, that's another cool aspect of all of this. So it's obvious that we wanted to help people, and we want to talk about our experience and stuff like that. But do you even remember how this came about? Like in terms of us slowly discussing that maybe we should just get in front of some mics and just talk and let a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like we were doing our daily, like our normal Marco Polo that we do.
Marco Polo. Hold on. Time out.
Marco Polo app. I'm telling y'all.
Time out. Marco Polo. Chill out. I don't know what's going on with all this. You trying to charge for this and that? No.
Ain't nobody trying to pay for that plus.
Look, we love the app though. We love the app. Like I use it daily.
Yeah,
like,
we
I
do.
use it daily. Like it is perfect for us considering our situation. Like I said, me and her are in 2 different time zones, and it's a way for us to still communicate all the time and see each other faces. Well, I guess when I'm looking like something, because if I'm not looking like anything, then the video is just staring at the ceiling.
I'm literally looking at the ceiling or the wall. I'd be like, girl, I done seen you on your bad day. It's okay. She be having, y'all, my bad. My bad. I'm not in camera because.
Some days be rough.
I'm like, okay, so I'm going to look at this ceiling fan on while you talk.
Yes. It should be relaxing. Think of it as therapeutic. Just the constant ceiling fan just going. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Girl.
But anyways, I digress. Yes, but we like you said, we were just discussing it through Marco Polo. Plus also we do the Bible pass as well to try to feed our soul a little bit. And I think it just got to a point of just us always talking about our own experience of what we was going through and the frustrations of spouse life at times and how, it may have been, we felt like it was restricting us. And then we just got to a point of realizing that we got to get out of that mindset. So when I say, guys, y'all are literally going on the journey with us, like this is not us being completely through it and, we're coming back at you and saying, hey, do this. Like, no. We want you to walk it with us. So like I said, we are in the midst of changing our mindsets about going about life and just taking hold of, our dreams and making sure we're pushing every day to get closer to that. So yes. So like I said, we are on a mission and we want y'all to come along with us as well.
Yes. Stay for this journey. I'm telling you, it's going to be worthwhile.
So, well, since we got, I guess, all the seriousness out the way, I guess you know what time it is.
Shot. So,
what we're going to do, y'all, is we're going to play a little game called Never Have I Ever. But we're going to do it military spouse style. Which means, so like I said, some of y'all are just listening to the podcast, so y'all have to use your imagination to think about what's in our cups right now. But see, she's out here trying to get sponsorship. That's what she's trying to do. She's showing just for our listeners, so she is showing labels because she's trying to get sponsored. I just have a clear glass. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. So, and I'm gonna be honest, I tried to do stuff that I felt like you probably did, because my goal was to make you drink.
See, that ain't even right. What kind of friend is you?
A good one. All right. So, do you want to start?
Nah, you go ahead and start, because I'm gonna have to go and get these out of the way.
All right. Okay. Never have I ever went to a military ball as a spouse.
Oh,
you childish.
You
always post them daggone pictures.
We go every year.
Drink it.
That's my prom night, girl. That's my prom night.
Oh.
Dang.
Okay. Oh. Well, okay. Well, you drink for your prom night.
Woo.
Woo.
Woo! Woo! Okay. Whew. My go?
You go.
All right. Never have I ever moved somewhere cold. Now we both gotta take a shot.
I was just about to say, you just came from New York. Drink. Drink. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
boy! Oh, hold on.
Oh, whew.
You gonna have to pull. What you doing to chase it? We ain't no
We
chasers.
ain't chasing. My stuff is real. That face though. Now this one, I may actually. Nobody may drink to. I may lose out on this one, but I said I was gonna throw it out there. Never have I ever been pulled over by the MPs as a spouse.
Hey, look, I had to think about that. You said MPs, so nah.
On base.
No.
You was never speeding on base.
You said pulled over. I was ever pulled over by the MPs?
I don't know. I was
never pulled over by the MPs.
You look like somebody that be pulled over by the MP.
Wow.
JK.
Wow.
JK.
Okay.
Dang, I really thought I was gonna get you with that one.
Never.
I was hoping anyway.
Yeah, you thought wrong. Never have I ever lived in a place for more than 3 years. Dang, I did Hawaii already last time. When I was writing these down, I did not think about myself.
Apparently. How you gonna play this?
Oh my God.
You know what?
Wait.
Drink.
You know what?
Wait, but how long have y'all been in Tampa?
Since 2016. That's what I'm drinking.
Oh, but I'm just messing myself
That's what
up.
I'm saying. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay.
oh Lord.
Oh my God.
Yo, I'm not in my 20s no more. I am not.
Okay.
Ooh, whew. Okay. Y'all, just to let y'all know, like I said, we gotta remember that this is also going on our YouTube page, but we also got listeners who are probably trying to figure out what's going on, and y'all, we getting a little choked up with what we sipping on. So just know that.
Lord, I'm like 3-4 shots in right now.
Oh goodness.
Whew.
Okay. You know, I had only did 2, so now I'm gonna think of something really quick. But I'm gonna try to find something that I ain't got to drink to, because my chest is still burning right now. So, let me see.
Because all the ones I got written down, I'm gonna have to drink to. I wasn't processing that when I was thinking about these. Like,
how personal are we getting with our listeners?
hey, we getting naked, so come on.
We getting naked? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Never have I ever.
Wait.
Ever.
Say.
Okay.
No, I'm not ready.
Never have I ever showed up to a boot camp graduation with a baby to say
No.
wait, no, what you saying no to?
Nope.
Wait, what you saying no to? What you saying, though?
I ain't never showed up to a boot camp graduation with a baby because our flight was delayed, so we missed his graduation. Ooh, ooh.
No, that does not count.
Ooh, ooh.
That does not count. You know what?
Oh,
True story though. If anybody, all jokes aside, because we're cutting up right now. But when I went to my husband's boot camp graduation, there were so many young men who were meeting their babies for the first time at the graduation, and let's just say it's a sight to see, because a lot of times those young guys are very emotional in that moment, and it's sad because you would have wished they would have been able to see the birth of the child, but it's also, it's like amazing and a sadness all together. But it's a sight to see when you see just their emotions pour out for the first time, them actually being able to touch their child for the first time and stuff like that. And like you could just see like the how proud they were, basically, and I just remember one guy in particular showing I think it was his son. Babies be looking all the same. So, but he was showing them off or whatever, and it was just like, oh, I felt so good for him. So, but yeah, okay. But go ahead, and okay.
You tried to get me. Yeah, I mean, that was the plan to show up to his graduation, but our flight was delayed, so we missed it. We got to see him like after the graduation was over with, and he got to meet Amira for the first time. So,
wow. And I know, how was that for y'all?
It was emotional. Yeah. It was, not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
He was so afraid. It was emotional, and then it was funny because he was like, "Oh, am I gonna drop her? She's so tiny." Like, yeah. And I'm just like, "Okay."
Yeah. Because before, like, since he was like, was he able to see any pictures of her before? Like, y'all showed up? 'Cause I don't know what the communication is like.
Yeah. So we printed them out. Got him like like the photo. What back then you could like Walgreens or something, and we mailed it to him.
Oh, okay.
So he got to see her.
So how old was she?
It was about 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh. And what month did he graduate?
He graduated in August.
So it was probably still a little cool up there then, right?
Yeah, it was. Chicago.
Yeah, that's why I'm like going out. I know my mom was like, I think when she went up there long time ago in a previous life, but when she went up there, she always talks about how the wind was, and I think she may have went up there like it may have been like further into the winter, you know what I'm saying? So I can't remember the exact month, but matter of fact, it may have been like in the February time frame, I'm not sure, but yeah, so I know that's no fun. But all right, I think that's all I got. What you got another one?
I mean, like I said, the ones I've written down
get you too.
They apply to me too. Yeah, they gonna get me too. So I'm good.
Girl, like I said, I purposely was like, nope. Let me think of some things that I know for a fact. I was like, I didn't want to be too obvious. Like, I've never been with I've never married a Navy man or something, something crazy that I know.
Girl, I'd be like, no.
That's why I said, no, I ain't gonna be that obvious. I ain't gonna be that obvious. But I was definitely like, let me think. And you see, even when it came down to being pulled over by the MPs, I had to put as a spouse.
Right. I was just like, have I ever been pulled over by the MPs?
Right.
I literally had to think about that. Like, I've been pulled over, but not by the MPs. I do good on base.
Yes, and that's another thing. Growing up, so I think I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but my dad is a retired Navy, and I had a situation. It wasn't even that serious, but I remember I was parked in front of the high school, and I found out that our soccer practice was going to be on another part of the field or something like that. So I hopped in the car really quick with one of my teammates. Well, I was driving, but my teammate hopped in the car, and I want to say I didn't, like, usually I'd be like, oh, put your seatbelt on, but we were literally going around the school just to the back, and I don't know how that cop saw us, but he saw us, and he pulled us over, and I got a ticket for her not wearing a seatbelt. But everybody out there, wear a seatbelt. even if it's something simple. I should have had the seatbelt on.
I
But
should.
that's why I had to emphasize. I had to emphasize as a spouse because I couldn't say it the other
To
way
save
around.
yourself.
Yes.
To save yourself.
Yes. So I had to say as a spouse. So okay. But I think, like I said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast. Like I said, this is it's just a little nice little introduction to who we are. You know what you can expect going forward from us. And we just want to give you some insight into why we wanted to do this, and you know what our goal is every week to try to bring some inspiration to everyone out there that's listening, and to just motivate you to do what God put you here to do. And, you know, and that's basically serve each other and be there for each other and use your gifts, your talents, and your experiences and everything like that to speak into the next person, to build them up. And you'll start feeling fulfilled just from helping the next person. So that's what we aiming for. We just trying to do our part. And anything else you want to add, Sister Mary?
You know, before we go, we want to leave y'all with this little affirmation that we came up with. We hope that you guys can just start saying it to yourself on a daily basis, you know, and take heed to it.
Yes, and like I said, it's very important to like she said, try to say it to yourself daily, whether it's something you do in the morning, looking in the mirror and reminding yourself, and actually meaning it, not just saying it as, you know, how, you know, it's certain things we may say and not really mean it when we say it, but like just actually putting effort into it. And I think just if you say it daily, it'll be a reminder to yourselves of what you're capable of and what your goals are and what your purpose is for that day in terms of how you should move, because you know what you're trying to achieve on a daily basis. So what we want you to do is, as you continue to listen to this podcast or either watch it on YouTube, whichever way you're hearing the message right now, just get in the habit of saying this affirmation, like you said, daily, but also learn it so you can say it along with us, you know, so we can do this together. Like I said, we on this journey together. So are you ready, Mary?
All right, let's get it, girl.
All right. I am
enough. I have the power to create the life I desire. I am worthy of my dreams.
I am worthy of my dreams. You have to understand.
One more time.
I am worthy of my
time.
dreams. Okay?
What?
Yes. You guys got to understand that. You are worthy of it. So keep pushing. Keep pushing. It's right around the corner, man. So we hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we hope you'll tune in for the next one, and just keep following us and listening to us. And like I said, check us out. If you want to reach out to us, you can hit us up on our Gmail at shinesis@gmail.com. Also, Mary, hit them with the Instagram.
The Instagram is shine_sis_podcast. Go ahead and like, share, and follow us there. And stay tuned. And then remember, shine sis. You got this, girl.